Hello everyone, welcome back to a new vlog. I felt like I should start a new one for this because we are now having a garage conversion done, and yeah, today's day one. I do have a photo of the before, so I'll stick that in, and then I think I already like kind of showed footage in the last vlog of what it looks like inside and the general plan. So yeah, I might try and show some of that clip again here as well, but yeah, I thought I would do like a little like daily update at the end of each day to show how much has been done when the builders leave. But right now we've got I think they've been knocking through the ceiling because we've got like a vaulted space where they're going to vault the ceiling and put a Velux window. We've got some roofers here now, and then also the people who installed our boiler have come back to redo the condensate pipe because I think I mentioned in the last vlog, but they did a temporary solution until because we're having like the door next to it blocked off and a wall was going to be built, so they were going to do it so it went inside the wall. So they're working alongside the builders, which is really nice actually. I just kind of like got them to talk to each other and they sort it out between themselves. Yeah, so I'll show you the progress as we go along with the garage conversion. I've been told it should take around 3 weeks, and I will put in the final price at the end of how much we paid. Important to note, we are in Northeast England, Newcastle specifically, so the price might be very different to where you are in the UK, and we did kind of shop around a lot and got different quotes, and there was a massive variation in the quotes. In the end, we didn't just choose someone who was cheaper, we went for someone who had done work on local houses, so like the neighbours actually recommended them, and yeah, I feel like personal recommendations are always a good way to go, so yes. That's kind of how we chose, although they just did happen to be like on the cheaper side, thankfully, as well. Yeah, I'll update you as we go along.
Listen.
So once Eric is out the way, we just clean this. I thought I'd show you the garage because I haven't done that yet. We've just had the boiler delivered ready for the guy to do work on tomorrow. And we are going to empty this out. But yeah, this is the garage overview. I'll go inside from the other side too. But this is what's going to become our office. That's the old boiler. So that's going to go and get a nice new boiler. He's going to tidy up some of these pipes and wires because he said it's a bit of a messy job. And then, yeah, this is getting bricked up. This door, because we don't need it. At the back here, that's going to be bricked up in a window. This ceiling at the front is going to be, what's it called? Vaulted.
Yeah, it's got no in it except...
Yeah, that's literally just roof. But from here back, that's the third bedroom. So this can't move. This is like steel support, but that steel front bit,
the house.
Yeah. But yeah, that back bit, well, I guess technically front bit, we're gonna have a Velux window put there, and then there's gonna be a door here into the living room. And yeah, everything's gonna be insulated. Floor's gonna be have like a membrane and insulated. And exciting times. There should be plenty of light coming in from those two windows, like the one there and the one up there. But then we're also going to have, because we're limited on space on the roof, because that also needs to be insulated, we are going to have spotlights, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm shaking. It's actually fucking freezing. Okay, so we are in the, what it's called, garage. This is how it's looking so far. This ceiling here is going to be vaulted. And we've got a little window there at the moment. Oh my god, I'm shaking. And then over here you can see they've got rid of this door, blocked it up.
They've done loads.
Oh my god, it's freezing.
Because they've done loads, but not loads at the same time.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they've done brickwork then.
This is where they're going to be bringing the wall out, I think.
Yeah, let's knock it through, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the door going to go? Like, yeah.
It'll be on the other side of the steel thing, I think. I think the steel thing's there. Anyway, oh my god, I'm actually shaking. I don't know if that's showing on camera, but it's absolutely freezing. So let's get going. So it's day 2, and this is the garage so far. You can see that this started on the insulation in the ceiling on this side. And over here, the electrician's been in, has started placing where sockets are going to go. So it's going to go, getting rid of these ones. These are like the original sockets that were here. But there's going to be a light switch. There's going to be a door here from the living room. They've started blocking up there. This is where they're putting in a wall. There's the start of the sockets down here, which will be for our computers and laptops. And then this is obviously where the garage door was, but because they've knocked the wall down now and the door's gone, it's now covered up like this temporarily. And then here is where we're actually having the porch made a little bit bigger. So it's going to come out a bit, and then we're going to do some like kind of built-in like coat area, boot area. But yeah, that'll be like blocked off there, so it's like separate. There'll be a wall here, if that makes sense. Yeah, and then the carpet's been ripped up, and we will eventually tile this area, and then in there we're going to get some wood flooring, aren't we? So yeah, day 2, they've achieved loads. They were here for ages today.
8 o'clock in the morning till half
I know,
4.
and I don't remember them leaving for lunch.
I don't think they did.
So they
Where
were,
did they pee? Where
bless
did they
them,
poo?
because they were saying to me before I left, they were like, oh, I'm so sorry about all the noise, because obviously they know that me and Eric work from home at the minute. And they were just being really apologetic when I was leaving to go pick Lydia up from nursery.
Were they?
Yeah.
They apologised to
And
you.
I was like,
Good.
oh, honestly, like, we kind of knew it was going to be like that, so, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? You can't really not be noisy when you're doing this kind of thing. So I think they're actually trying to speed it up, bless them. But yeah, anyway.
2 days though.
I know.
2 days. They said 2 to 3 weeks, but honestly,
They've done loads for 2 days.
I wonder if they're going to take this thing off. Obviously, the steel will be underneath there, or it's going to make it look
I don't think so.
shit.
I think it'll just be like that.
What do you think?
Yeah. Anyway, can we go inside? It's freezing.
Yeah.
I'm really cold. Also, we're getting this door replaced as well, because this is...
Oh, it looks like that window opens.
It does open.
It looks like it's got a little handle there.
Not that we'll ever open it. Look how high up it is, man.
Where you can get things on there. You can get things to automate it as well. Interesting. That's a white off.
Anyway, bye, garage.
Oh, did you talk about the doorway?
Yeah, I did. I said there's going to be a door there. Anyway, let's go. So it's now been day 3 on the garage, and this is what it's kind of looking like at the moment. You can see they've started putting up some of the insulation on the sides, in the back. I think this was here yesterday, actually. They've started making, this is where the door to the living room is going to go. And then tomorrow we're all going to be out the house so they can do the other side, because it's going to be quite noisy and messy. But yeah, I don't know what this is, but this is, yeah, this is more rolls of insulation. And then over here, the last time we spoke, there was more beams here, like this way. I don't know if I'm even explaining that very well, but they've taken some of them out. Obviously this is covered because there's no door now. And then this is where we're having like a slight extension made on the porch, which I think I've spoke about as well, but I believe it's going to go to this beam, and that's why that beam's been left there and the other ones have not. Perhaps. Not 100% sure, but yeah. They've also, I mean, I can't show you because it's actually outside, but they've started like on the other side of this wall where obviously it was a garage door, so they need to build a brick wall, but to build a brick wall they do need to kind of like take out some of the ground to make like a little foundation, I guess. And then outside they've had a delivery of bricks and cement and stuff. So on the other side of here, where this used to be a side door into the garage, they're going to brick up that and insulate. And then yeah, they're going to brick here and here and leave a gap for a window, and get the window installed at some point. But yeah, tomorrow's Friday, so it'll be the last update before a new week. So I'll show you what's happened tomorrow whilst we've been out, on the night time when we get back. And then yeah, update you. But this is what the porch, like this is how tiny the porch was before, which is why we were willing to give up some of the office space, because here we're going to do built-in storage like for coats and stuff, because otherwise there's just no space for anything. And we are getting quotes for getting a new front door as well, because we would like a lovely new front door while we're at it. why not? Anyway, gonna go chill for the night. We're catching up to The Traitors on season 3. We've just started it, so I'm gonna go watch that. So it's the next day, and I don't really have that much to update you on because I was actually out of the house all day. We all had to be at the house. But behind here is a door hole where a door will be. And I think this is just insulation to, like, you know, keep the heat in the house, because obviously at the moment it's still just a garage. So yeah, we've been told that this is going to be the loudest and messiest part of the whole job. There was quite a lot of dust everywhere when we got home. Obviously we've moved all the furniture back. Last night we moved everything to this side of the house, so that they had plenty of space. And I think they did put covers up, but there was still dust, obviously, because, you know, it just happens. So yeah, I think this is pretty much all they did today. I don't think they did much else because they came a bit later in the day. Yeah, so I will update from next week. I don't think they work Saturdays and Sundays. They didn't mention coming. And I think the main guy said to Eric, see you Monday, if I remember rightly. I think that's what Eric said. So yeah, crack on with it next week and I'll update you guys then. Okay, so it's Monday now, which is day 5, I want to say.
Yep.
This is how it's looking. So this is where the porch is. They're obviously going to put a wall up, which we think is going to go here.
We'll go up to here.
Oh my god, it's freezing.
We'll go up to here to there.
Yeah, so it's going to look good. They have made a start on where the window's going to go on the other side, which I think I might pop out the front door to show you in a minute. Oh my god, I'm actually so cold. What the hell?
Oh, that's where the lighting's going.
Eric, you need to turn that torch off.
Oh, sorry. That's where the lighting's going. Up there in the middle, and up there in the middle, because it's drop down light. What do you call them?
Yeah, down lights.
Down lights. I was trying to understand it when they were saying.
Oh god. So basically, they've made where the door into the room's going to be, which is here.
Put these in the walls today.
Yeah.
So you can put steel in here as well to
support
it.
Yeah.
I didn't realise we were doing that.
Oh my god, I'm shaking.
You know this.
It's just freezing. Jesus Christ, I can't believe they've been working around here.
Well, when they're moving and doing stuff, they bricked up that back hand side.
I'm going to show them outside actually if you want to come out with us.
No, on Wednesday.
Come on, come have a look. We'll show you outside. Anyway, this is the room so far. Oh my god, it's so dark it's hard to show you, but basically that's where the window's going to go. I'm shaking. And then down the side of the house. Definitely not going to say that. Nope.
You couldn't see anything because it's all bricked up.
Anyway, there was a door down there.
Honestly. It's a bit darker, obviously, because of age, but like.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Right, I'm going back inside and I'm going to get ready for bed. So this is an update on so far. So you can see that they started putting the floor in, which is nice. I'm just going to make sure I don't fall. Oh my god, it's cold. They have covered up the window, although there's a little tiny gap there. So it's very cold in here. Wait, is the window in? Behind there? No, I don't think so. They've started insulating up here now, which is looking really good. They are getting to work around here. They've put in, I can't remember if I said if they'd put in steel and stuff, but yeah, basically, yeah, they're getting on. The floor's in, so there's going to be a ceiling here. Actually, I thought that this was going to be much smaller, and I know that they're going to put another floor on top of this, because this is
that much higher though. So you'll be
yeah, but then you also have to consider that we'll be putting a floor on top of that as well, like either laminate or.
It's not going to be like this.
And then there will be a ceiling in. But yeah, I think it's actually alright, even with this here, because obviously this can't move because it's steel.
Hold up the front of the house.
Yeah, it's like support.
I wonder if we can take like this horrible looking.
I think we could skim over it.
Yeah.
With plaster.
Yeah. I think so.
But yeah. Interesting. We're getting there, we're getting there. And it is very cold, so I think we need to go back in the house. Anyway. Oh look, they've got a lot of Sprite.
That's sponsored. If you come through here, this is the doorway. This is what you would see when you walk in if you cut out that bit.
It's true, yeah.
So come here and look.
I'm actually glad that they're vaulting the ceiling here because I think it's going to make a big difference to light.
No one mentioned it except for these buildings as well, which is
Yeah.
crazy because like when you see it now, it's like so obvious that you could do that.
Yeah, I think it's going to make a difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Anyway, should we go back in now?
I don't say you come in.
Me? Why?
You can come in through as if like
It's cold, Eric.
you're coming through the door.
Okay. This is what you would see when you walk in.
You can see.
So the big room here. I think we're going to put bookcases here.
Okay,
Because that's going to be boxed in anyway, so it'll be further forward, so it makes sense to put a bookcase, like, so that whole wall is lined.
I think that's what we're going to do.
And then
Yeah, boxed in.
probably something like that. I think we're going to put the desks here. Maybe there's one on either side of this.
If I'm here.
Perhaps. And then this is going to be a bigger porch, so this won't be part of the room. And then I think we're going to do maybe it's like a little reading nook of some sort or something in this nook. Cat tower, there's going to be a radiator in front of that window, so yeah. Oh my god, Eric, I'm actually physically shaking.
Bye.
Anyway, yeah, and then this
It actually looks
will be the door.
a little bit bigger. Even though
Well, we need to see when
everything
everything's in properly.
I think it's just for February, all the lights and the and stuff.
Ah,
Whoa!
oh my god.
A hammer! But like all the time I've been thinking, oh god, actually it's quite a small space, isn't it? And then now actually being in there like, actually you can fit
It is
quite a
going to
lot.
still be small, but I think it'll be bigger than the room we're using.
No, exactly. The office is quite
So
big
yeah.
for a bedroom.
Look at the notes and stuff. I don't know what any of these.
My number's down there.
Mean.
Don't show that.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah, no, it's a-
Come on, let's go. Okay, so here we go for another daily update on the garage conversion. I'm not 100% sure what's been done today. I know they were bricking up the front, which
Drywall?
I have. Oh yeah, they've done some drywall. I know they were bricking up the front of the house, which I took a video of earlier when I was coming home from the nursery pickup, so I will overlay that here. It looks great actually. It's a really nice, clean and tidy. I've just noticed they put a ceiling up there.
Good.
So they put a ceiling up.
Drywall.
Yeah.
Move the outdoor tap to indoor tap.
Oh yeah, they have moved the indoor tap to outdoor tap, you mean?
And they've done.
So there was a tap.
Oh, sorry, yeah, indoor.
Let me zoom in. Hold on, Eric. There was a tap there. It's not focusing. Please focus. There we go. There was a tap there. But now it's outside.
And they've put heating.
Oh yeah, they've
all the way
plumbed
to
in.
Put in the radiator. That's going to be over there.
Yeah, because there's going to be a radiator there. So he's put the pipes there ready. Not sure what else though.
They put a hammer in a precarious place. Looks like they've knocked this down a little bit actually. So they might be checking to see if it's just like a facade or something over, and there'll be a steel beam that they can just drywall over.
Maybe they might be checking
That'll
that.
be nice. And
But
then
yeah,
obviously
being
the bricked
cracking
up
on.
front.
Yeah, I think the bricking up took a lot of time really, didn't it?
I think what they're going to do next is drywall the rest of it
Yeah.
to get it ready for plastering, so they can leave it over the weekend. Cause they're gonna leave
Yeah, we
plastering
think
for
they're gonna
3 to 4
plaster on
days.
either Friday. The window will be like the last thing they put in because they'll be
And then this.
using that, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, they're going to do the doors and the wall here, probably. But yeah, it's looking good. Happy with it so far. And I'm freezing. It's very cold out here, so I'm going...
Actually, the drywall up there. I hadn't realised. I wonder if it's going to be even quieter now than upstairs.
Maybe.
Remember the first day when they were like underneath us and if I go in the room?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're going to go to bed now anyway, 'cause it's late at night.
Good night. Good night.
Cute. I like it though. Okay, so it's quite late at night, so I'm trying to be quiet, but it's the next day, and this is an overview of the garage now. You can see that they've done pretty much all of the drywall. They've started the beginnings of boxing in the boiler. And yeah, they said tomorrow they're going to put the door in, and then they are going to put this wall in here so that this will be all sorted out. I'm not really sure what's happening with this bit just yet, but yes. And we've also ordered, or started the process of getting a new front door as well. Yeah, exciting times. they've then said that on Monday the plasterer is going to be here doing all of the plastering, so hopefully it's going to look really good. I mean, the drywall's looking fab. I think they're probably going to, it looks like they're going to try and box this in, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, it feels like not a lot of like major stuff is being done now, so I don't really have that much to update you on, but I think it's looking fab so far. Okay, an update on the garage situation. Basically they did do quite a lot today, but first I'm going to show you the porch. Firstly, we are getting this door replaced, by the way. This is obviously the original door. I don't know if I'm going to have much light because I don't think this light in here is currently working. But yeah, basically they've made this little alcove, which is what we requested. Eric's coming in with a torch. Yeah, we requested more storage space in here, and we were willing to give up some of the garage conversion to have this done. So there's going to be a plug here, and then there's also going to be a plug in here for the Ring doorbell and stuff. We're going to put some shelves in here for shoes, and then there'll be hooks for coats, and then not sure on the bottom yet. The bottom may be a bench, or we might leave it empty for a pram, but we'll see. Or maybe pram to begin with, and then when we're done with prams, since this is our last baby, we might end up getting a bench. But yeah, so this is the porch now. We're going to tile in here at some point. Buffy, let's make sure you don't get left in here, Missy.
I live here.
Come on. Come on. And then I'll show you the garage, because now the only way into the garage is through what will be a door soon. This is what's going to be the new door to the garage, and so you can see like how close it is to the telly. You know, it's, you know, relatively close, but it's not too bad. It's going to open in like this, so the door will go out that way, around here, and it's like oddly spacious, I think, actually. Even though we've taken some of the garage for that, it still feels like there's more than enough space. That's going to be the window, but the plaster is coming next week. You can see that they've done all of the insulation, and there's going to be like a nice windowsill. Up here's the, what's it called again? What's that window called? The Velux window, yeah, that's right. Which is just to let more light in. I'm really glad that they mentioned vaulting the ceiling, because I do think it makes a difference into how big the room feels. And then over here, they are... No, it would be lower than that. So over here, obviously we've asked them to box in the boiler because it's ugly. And I believe there's going to be like just a cupboard door of some sort here. And then potentially at the bottom could just be more storage. We might be able to put like maybe a couple of little shelves in there or something for whatever. And then the plan is to have bookcases here at some point. But yeah, there's going to be a light switch there. There's going to be a socket down here, and then 2 sockets down here for computers. There's going to be the radiator here, which they've already put the piping in ready. So yeah, exciting times. Like, I'm just going to show you what I look like in the room if I put my camera down. So for reference, this is how big the room feels. If I go all the way back, like, this is still very spacious. More than enough space for an office, really, even though, like, obviously we would have had a lot more space if we didn't decide to make a little bit of storage in the porch. But yeah, we need that storage space for pram and other stuff. It is very cold in here, I've got to say, since the window's not in and you can really feel the draft from it, which is why the silver thing is over there to like keep heat in the house. But yeah, looking forward to having it all done. The garage. So it's actually now Wednesday. It's like 3 days after the last update, I think it is, because on Monday we were told plastering was going to happen. He came and dropped off some bags, and then he left and didn't come back. And then on Tuesday, he came at 9:30, left before 12. and nothing had really happened. I think Eric got like a quick video for me on the Tuesday night, but like there wasn't really anything to update on. So it's now Wednesday and I'll update you now. This room hasn't been done yet, but there was a plasterer here this morning in this room. So this is the room now. There was 2 people here this morning and they were here from 8:30 till about 11:30. And they've plastered like this wall, all of this wall around here, that wall and that wall. And they've also done like this, where the steel support is, that bit. But they haven't done the ceiling there, and they haven't done this wall and this wall. I'm not sure why. But yeah, basically that's what's happening. The plasterers are back again tomorrow to do more. So yeah, I'm probably just going to have more plastering to show you tomorrow. I'm going to assume they will have done these and maybe it's that inside bit in the porch. If they have, I'll just insert the clip directly after this to show you. Because other than that, I feel like not much is going to be happening until next week now, after all the plasters dry. Because they can't do anything really until the plasters dried up and stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, it's now the Thursday quick update, but I'll be honest, it's a very slow week this time. They've just plastered a bit more, so they've done the ceiling over here. And then I actually can't remember what they've done around here. Oh, they've done, I mean, it's really dark, but they've done this ceiling here where this Velux window is. Eric's gonna get his, there we go. They've done up here. So they've still got this wall left to do, this wall, and like up here.
And all of the cloakroom to do.
Yes, the little porch area.
Done
so yeah.
A bit around the door in the cloakroom if you want to look.
Ah, no, it's all right.
So they've done like
the door frame area.
Bit in there.
Yeah.
That's nice. So put the metal on it, I don't think you do it.
No, that's fine.
But they'll have to do the same with this.
I've just noticed the spaces here. I wonder what that's for.
It's so they can fit it.
Maybe.
They'll have to expand the walls, maybe. But basically, like,
Nebs.
they've got that to do, and all of that to do.
Tomorrow.
And the front of this to do.
Yeah, all of that tomorrow.
This. Show this.
Oh yeah.
Because this is rank, obviously.
Yeah, where they've had to cut through a brick wall to put the door frame.
And they've done that on here.
I'm not gonna go to say it's gonna be too dark.
But like they've actually like filled it in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to do the exact same thing on this side. But it's still quite a lot of work to do, and they're saying like it's so slow.
Well, they're only working 3 hours a day so far.
Like, why? Just get it bloody done.
It's fine.
It was just making everything else take longer. Because
Yeah.
the window still needs to do in, the radiator needs to plug it in. But you can't put the radiator in until the plaster's in, so then they can paint over it.
Yeah.
In there.
It is just the plasterer though. It's not our actual builder.
Well, the builder's a builder.
Because our I think he is. Yeah. It's fine though. Not really our business, is it?
I don't know if he's friend or something he works with, but Jesus Christ.
Don't know. Anyway.
It's always like that.
What a gap, yeah, that's why it's so cold down here.
Oh my God, is it?
Yeah, that's why it's so cold. Should we go to bed now then?
Yeah, let's sleep down here.
It's
Let's look at the
freezing.
stars.
Okay, so an update so far. The cats are in there enjoying themselves. But yeah, so the door frame's kind of been plastered. I think they finished all the plastering, to be honest. I mean, it is quite messy in here. I'm a bit dubious to stand on it and drag it through the house, but yeah, the guy left his hoodie, so we're leaving it there for him. But yeah, literally plastered everything now. It's looking good.
It's such a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks more like a room.
It's like it's a room. Like
Yeah.
you've actually got like the walls plastered and stuff, and that's on drywall and stuff. You can actually see where things would go, and where you would be. Still bloody freezing now, but I'm glad that they saw that out the window.
Yeah.
It's so much nicer.
So basically, the plan now is that it needs to dry for a few days. So it's Friday now, which means it will be drying Saturday, Sunday, potentially Monday. Our builder's going to come out and have a look on Monday afternoon to see if they can like commence work on the Tuesday, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But yeah, until then, it's a waiting game. I'll show you the porch as well, because they have done the porch. However, it's very dark, so... by the way, we actually don't mind at all about the mess on this door, because this door's getting replaced, so... In fact, we don't really mind the mess at all, do we? Because it's just part of the package, isn't it, when you're getting something? I might need you to put torch on here, Eric. Because I can't see a thing. Buffy's immediately running here. I mean, if you can see.
This is just plastered it all?
Yeah,
That's
it's all
good.
been plastered.
This didn't get done yesterday, but today they smashed it out because obviously they've only run it. They only had 3 days or something to do it, so I think they took the pace and they were like, oh shit, we've got to get this done.
Yeah.
Last minute. As much
No,
as
I think so
possible.
as well. But yeah.
I hope it's not a rush job.
I don't think so. I think it looks alright.
Buffy.
And then we've got the weekend to... Bye, Buffy. We've got the weekend to relax now. It's okay, I'm going back in there. I'll show you the actual door frame as well, properly, like from far away. So, yeah, basically this was a brick wall, because it was a garage. So it was a fully insulated brick wall. And now that's where the door's going to be. The door's going to open like this, inwards, to the left. Which is why there is like this, yeah, but obviously it's because it's a brick wall all the way along. There's nothing we can do about that, so we'll have to come up with something creative to make it look nice. But yeah.
A hidden bootcamp.
No. But yeah, cute. Looking forward to next week, because I'm hoping that next week will be the last week of works.
I think so. I think next week will be finished.
Yeah, definitely by the
All we'll
end.
do is door frame on this side.
Yeah.
Door on the other side, put a door on.
And a door on here.
Door on there. Windowsill, window, radiator.
And
obviously.
It's not painting. I think either they'll leave it like this, I'm not sure, or they might do it. Oh, it's got a proper name.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
It's where they mix paint and water and they put a mist coat or something.
Oh, and the lighting.
Oh yeah, and the lighting. Yeah,
Sorry about that.
we're gonna have down lights in here because obviously it is a reduced headspace compared to most rooms with it being a garage. So we're gonna have spotlights.
Do you know what's interesting actually? Most of the builders that we were talking to, they were saying that this would be our highest. And they always said that this would be the same here, but like our other builder was like, open this up, put a window in.
Let in
and
more
just show
light,
us
yeah.
here, talking to different people and getting different opinions is key.
Might want to get our cat from there, stopping her from getting underneath the floor, Eric. Because there is a gap down there. But yeah, it's looking good. Hey
Very
Buffy.
happy with
If
it.
you're wondering why Buffy has a shaved side, she's just got spayed on Wednesday. And you wouldn't believe of the way she's running around. We have tried to keep her calm, but she's enjoying life. Anyway, should we go now? It's nice, isn't it? Hello everyone, so it's now Monday. There wasn't actually any plans to have someone working on the garage today, but last minute yesterday our builder did send me a message and say, can the electrician come out so he can get his stuff done? Because part of like the whole building regulations thing is that we have to have a what's it called? Like a compliance certificate, electricity certificate, as proof that everything's been done safely. Also we needed all of the sockets to be fitted back up, and we were having downlights put in as well. So yeah, all the electrics are now connected. And I thought I would show you what we've got. However, quick side note, we discovered a major issue with the house today thanks to that electrician, and it's quite worrying. So I just want to urge everyone that if you are buying a house, you should get the electrics checked on any house you're buying. Either ask the seller to do it before you complete, or if you haven't done that or they refuse, get it done as soon as you move in. We discovered that our house could have burnt down at any point, basically, didn't we, Eric?
Yes.
The fuse box had loose wires because some wiring hadn't been done properly, and yeah, like they were arcing, I think he said, and yeah, they like the actual fuse box was like melting and corroded, and yeah, could have set on fire at any moment. Do we have the things actually, Eric? We've got like the because he basically fixed it on the spot, bless him. He had to go out and buy some things, but let me show you what actually came out of the fuse box. It's really, really scary actually. So I hope you can see this okay, because the lighting isn't great over here. But yeah, it's completely burnt and corroded. Really concerning. And then this one. Yeah, that's like super worrying. And he said that it was basically a ticking time bomb. So yeah, get your electrics checked. Really glad that we were getting this done, because we hadn't had our electrics checked. And if it wasn't for getting the garage done, we wouldn't have seen this. So please, if you're buying a house, make sure the seller checks them, or that you check it as soon as you move in, because we literally could have died. Anyway, I'll show you the garage now. So this is how... Hi, Buffy. So this is how it's looking from like the living room area. This will be the doorway into the actual garage. We do still have this big thing to put over it, because obviously there's no door to keep the heat in. But yeah. Hello. I'll quickly show you the porch, how the porch is looking. This is going to get covered because that's the old box. We used to have two lights here basically. The other one, because it's an outdoor light, it's been moved around there because we don't really need it. Also because the wire went over the top, they said, so it wouldn't like, yeah, anyway. So yeah, this is like the little cubby hole that is going to be, that's where the Ring doorbell's plugged in. But this is going to be like, this bit here is going to be shoe storage. And then here we're going to put hooks. And eventually we'll put a bench, but for now we're going to use it for like we need a double pram, because obviously I'm going to have 2 kids under 2 for a little bit. So we're going to use this bottom bit for the pram until we no longer need a pram. And then we're going to have a bench put in here for sitting on, which will be dead cute. So yeah, this is how it's looking. We are going to get this light swapped out as well, to be fair. But yeah, anyway, that's the porch. Looking good. The plaster is still drying. It has been several days now. And then in here, hello Binks, is the actual, what will be office. So yeah, like I said, nothing much has changed really. You can see that the plaster is still drying, especially on this back wall. I think that was one of the last walls to be done. But now we have lights. So we've got 2 up here, and then we've got 4 over here, which I think look really lovely actually. And then we've had some sockets put in here, and then one down here as well, because the plan is to have like a little bookcase over here eventually. We are already thinking that it would have been nice to have had one over here too, but at the moment it's too late for that. It's something we can maybe get an electrician to do in the future, but we want to use the space first. So yeah, next step will be window, radiator, and doors. I'm not sure if they do like a wash, what's it called, like a whitewash over the plaster or not. If they don't, then you know we can easily do it. I don't know why Buffy loves it in here so much. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have to update you on, because today was literally just the electrics. So I'll catch up with you guys again the next time some work has been done. Hello everyone. So excuse the state of me. I don't even know if I've brushed my hair yet today. It's just been a lot. So basically, for a few days the builders couldn't come because they were waiting for the plaster to dry, which I think I spoke about. The electrician was here on Monday, and what they did was they came on the Friday, which was yesterday. I didn't do a daily update yesterday for one reason really. Basically they would have been completely finished yesterday, but they ran out of a little bit of time and they had to come back for 2.5 hours, I think it was, this morning to finish it. So I thought I might as well just like lump it all into like one day. It's more like one day and a couple of hours really. And it's finished. It's all done. We have a final bill to pay. I've been sent the electrical certificate, and I'm just waiting on the window. It's like a fencer certificate or something like that to come through. And yeah, I thought I would show you the completed result. But it's like a base for us decorating ourselves, which I think I'm going to do in a different video, because that's not necessarily the garage conversion anymore. That's just us decorating it. So I think I'll do that in like a different kind of moving vlog, decorating vlog, home vlog kind of thing. And yeah, I'll show you the whole garage conversion And then I'll also go over the receipt that we have to pay. And yeah, the other thing we will get is a building control certificate emailed over from the company that was doing the inspections and stuff. I had to sign a form today for our builder so that he can send it to them to say that, you know, confirmed it's completed. And then, yeah, I'll get the certificate through then. But yeah, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the garage conversion. I'll do inside first. I'll do the porch, then I'll do the garage itself, or I guess it's now the office, and then I'll show you outside as well. So this is the corner of the room. Basically, this was the porch door, which has now been swapped. It's no longer that old 70s glass door. We wanted a nice door that would match all the others, which they have done. These doors are the same as the doors that we have throughout the whole house. So basically they had to go through this brick wall here. It has left a gap in the carpet, which we've said is fine. Also, this wire was like trailing along, but we're gonna have to figure out what to do with that at some point. Not sure yet. But yeah, we're gonna get the flooring done anyway, so we said that's fine, just leave it. But yeah, let's show you the porch. Yeah, we've got this lovely cubby hole here, which we're going to put some kind of storage in. I think we're going to put shoe storage in here. That's our ring doorbell. And then we're going to do coat hooks. And then we're going to leave this bare for now because we're going to have a double pram very soon. But eventually, once we don't need a pram anymore, we're going to make a bench for sitting on. And then we're going to tile in here eventually. Hey, Buffy. Also, we had an issue with this moving. He's actually like sealed it for us as like a temporary solution, which was nice of him. He didn't have to do that because it wasn't his job to fix the windowsill that was already broken. Obviously I do need to clean up in here, but yeah, for now that'll work temporarily until we get the windowsill actually fixed. Can you come out please, Missy? Go, go, go. Don't know why, but Buffy is like obsessed with the new rooms. Now for the actual garage. This is the other thing that we actually bought these ourselves. These are the door handles that are throughout the whole house. They're actually discontinued, so I managed to find some like old stock online. So I bought that for that door and that door. And they attached them for us. But yeah, this is our office. Or what will be office. Yeah, Buffy's literally obsessed with these rooms. This is the flooring that's currently acclimatizing to the room. But yeah, you come in and to the right there is a light switch and then a socket. The plan is to have some bookshelves here. This is where they've boxed in the boiler and put a little cupboard. Covered it all nicely, to be fair. It's still very accessible if we need to be. He also said that this just unscrews and pops out if we need to access the pipes underneath, because there is some pipe work under there. Excuse me, missus. Out the cupboard. So yeah, that's all nicely like boxed off because we don't really need to, access that. Up here are some downlights. He did recommend downlights specifically because there is like a reduced ceiling because the floor is suspended. The height of the room isn't the height of a typical room, basically. So we have spotlights rather than an actual light. Otherwise we would be like, you know, knocking it all the time. And then this side, the door just open all the way back, which is nice. We've got two double sockets over here. Obviously they've done all the plastering and the skirting board. This was a steel, I think it's called joist, because obviously basically this bit is like the front of the house where you can see the roof of the garage, and this is the room above, and that's a support for the ceiling, so they had to leave that in, obviously. So instead they just kind of boxed over it because it was really ugly. It was literally just like steel with painted popcorn like looking stuff on it. So they've covered that. And then, oh, I don't know if they're ours or if they've left them. I might have to message him. But yeah, anyway, they've added a radiator. And then window, new windowsill. And then they did, for extra light and space, they did take out this part of the ceiling, added some little down lights, and we've got a Velux window there, which I don't think we'll ever open because that's really high up. It does need a clean though, so I might have to get Eric to go up on some ladders and clean it. But yeah, if I turn around now from this side, it's a really lovely size room for both of us to have a desk in here and for some books. They did clean up very well after themselves. And I'm going to pop outside now to show you the front of the house. Okay, so this is the front of the house. The brickwork's been done. They've also added some vents because obviously there was a garage door here. They've added the window. There's the window up top. And then around the side, there was a door here to get into the garden that went into the garage, which they've also bricked up too. So all sorted. You can see into the room if you really wanted to. Windowsill. It's looking really tidy. And yeah, garage done. So this is the cost of the total garage conversion. So everything you've seen in this video so far, this is what we've paid for it. So this was the quote we were given initially from the beginning. It included pretty much everything you've seen in the video. We paid a £1,000 deposit originally, which paid for like the building control and just kind of like, you know, so they knew that we were serious, I guess. This is how much we had left to pay. That would have been if we didn't have anything extra added on. But because of the issue with the fuse board, which I think I showed earlier in the video, the electrician had to obviously work an extra few hours and he had to like go away and buy a couple of parts. So we paid an extra 120 quid, which is fine because he like literally saves our lives. We could have died because we could have had a fire. And then I did ask them to change one more internal door. He's charged me just for the door and he's not charged me for labour, which is nice. So this is the total altogether for everything. 10,600, which I think is a brilliant price, and it just goes to show that you should shop around. The builders were fantastic. I have absolutely nothing bad to say other than the plaster was a little bit slow. But other than that, they've done a great job. And particularly if you consider some of the other quotes we had, one of them was 15k and one of them was 25k, so a significant difference. And I think that's my cue to end this video here. So you've got lots of decorating videos to look forward to as we move forward. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like down below. Subscribe to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!